For the broadcast, 23 EKH, VK3GL in Bunyip.
Yeah, good on you, Graham. VK3GL, VK3 EKH returning. Yeah, my stream fell over again, or not again. It's the first time it's done it tonight, so which is okay. If it's going to fall over, I hope it falls over during the callback as such, and not during the session. So. I suddenly noticed the picture on vMix froze, and I thought, oh no. But yeah, we're holding it at the moment. I've just wound the RF level back a little bit. So, yeah. Anyway, all right, not a problem at all. Look, tonight wasn't so bad. The Babylonian article with the eclipses being used to determine the fate of the kings wasn't too bad, really. That was the only tricky one that I had thrown into the mix. Thanks, Graham. What else was there? I've yet to send that email off to that Yaesu crowd too. I started to write something, but it was too late at night, and I just didn't have. It's getting too sleepy, so I'll have to try and catch up with sending off something to those people. Thanks for that link. It looks like an potentially interesting site. I might be able to, hopefully, cross fingers, make some sense out of it. Frank, VK3JR, VK3EKH.
VK3EKH, VK3JR. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, everyone. Very good broadcast. Thank you very much, as usual. Good to have Tannis back. She's as excited as always. She's as excited even when there's not much happening, but when there is, well, she goes into overdrive. And we love it. It's good to hear the solar numbers surging up again. 141 up from it's been the sunspot number being up from well under 100 a week or two ago. So that is really good. Ted, I wonder if the chart that indicates where we are on the solar cycle lets you predict when the cycle will peak. And if it does, when is that? Perhaps you could let me know. Otherwise, that's about my lot. There'll be missions tonight. And thanks for doing the news on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock. It's sometimes good, and because we need to be able to hear the WIA news at that time. Okay, that's it. Back to you, and 7-3 all. Have a good week. VK3EKH, VK3JR.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Just out of interest, what sort of signal do you copy of my AM broadcast on 160 over?
It's just a little above the noise. I've got an S9 noise level, and it's very slightly. It must be some sort of, I don't know what it is, but from one week to another it's inclined to vary a little. You achieve 5 and about 10 over on the guest meter. But, it's certainly a copyable, go
Good. Okay. Thanks for that, Frank. VK3JR, VK3EKH. Yes. Oh, that's good. Excellent. Well, we've been doing that now for, it's almost coming up to 12 months now that I've been running the AM broadcast on 160, 1825, 9 o'clock. So, not bad at all. All right, looking at the chart, the trend line that they've got is peaking at around about mid-2025. About that. So they've got two vertical lines signifying 2024 and 2026, and 2025 is in the middle there somewhere. So it's peaking, the trend line is peaking at around about 2025 mid, about then. The current the actual recorded events, sunspot cycle events or sunspots activity has gone beyond our previous cycle 24. It's now picking right up there, and it's still, I would say that it's still definitely climbing. There's a slight tendency to be moving to the right, but it still hasn't quite peaked yet. So yeah, the trend is for 2025. So we've still got quite a ways to go for sunspot activity to occur. I mean, this is on the rising side of the cycle. So even on the declining side, there's still going to be equally amount of activity too, and that starts to fall away at around about 2027 ish. So yeah, it's a fairly broad sort of a cycle, but there it is anyway. All right, thanks Frank. Jack, VK3TJS, VK3EKH.
VK3EKH and the group VK3TJS. Good evening to you, and good evening to all those checked in and listened to the broadcast. Quite interesting, and yes, conditions of the first noise that we were earlier over here in Shepparton, and just started to so keep on the good work and enjoy the weekend, and hopefully the good news.
Thanks, Jack. VK3TJS, VK3EKH. Not a problem, dear sir. Thanks for calling in. And likewise, you two have a good weekend. And I think there's certainly lots of activity going on here in Melbourne, that's for sure. So I think you're very lucky to be up there at Shepparton. Steve, VK3SPX, VK3EKH.
It'll be 1,872. I suppose the actual numbers are a few percent less, but it's pity you don't know the exact number, because that's quite some time, isn't it? Yeah, some interesting stuff. I was interested in a few things, as usual. I sort of pick out the things I'm interested in. But think about gravity and the energy of free space and what have you, and the dark energy and dark matter, which is still, is very controversial. Not everybody agrees, of course. I was listening, I think it was Sabine Hoppenfelder talking about the problem with reconciling Einstein's general theory of relativity with gravity and quantum theory, and there's a prediction for the energy in free space which differs by over 100 orders of magnitude, which is just a ridiculously large error. So there's still stuff that's not understood, and no one's really quite sure which theory is slightly wrong, but I think the consensus is that one of them is slightly wrong. So that's going to be interesting to find out, isn't it? And occasionally there's something that really piques my attention, or I think that's really cool, and that was that you mentioned that gamma ray burst that was briefly visible to the naked eye for 30 seconds, been travelling all this way for 7.5 billion years. I just think that's just a mind-boggling to think, this little flash of light, been coming this way for 7.5 billion years. And for something that big and travelling that long for the last only 30 seconds, it just seems ridiculous. But those are the sort of things that happen in the cosmos, isn't it? Yeah, amazing. Anyway, all good stuff, Clint. I guess you're going to tell us about your observatory too. I gather you were getting the spirit level to organise the levelling of your deck, so interested to hear how you're going with that. VK3EKH, VK3SPX.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. VK3SPX, VK3EKH. Yes, look, the dark matter and dark energy and all those that's that particular field of science is a continuing event, and it's certainly keeping a group of astronomers employed one way or another to try and find a good fit theory. And I think they're pretty close. I think they're fairly close to coming up with what's going on. So I'll keep reporting on these particular events and studies and research here on the Friday night session as they come through. But it is interesting, and certainly that flaring of that particular sun that, as you say, 30 seconds. I mean, we have quite a lot of telescopes and equipment observing the night sky now. So there's not a whole lot that doesn't get missed, so to speak. So it's really good to have the eyes on the sky, so to speak, isn't it? So unfortunately I missed the supernova of 1987, but I hope that there's another supernova going to occur that will get us all out there looking. So looking forward to whenever that happens. Betelgeuse, for instance, is one that they reckon is close to going. So it'd be nice to see that flaring up before I leave the Earth, or at least get the observatory going. Yes, the spirit level was purchased for exactly that reason. The last spirit level that I got, I had to borrow, and it was a bit worse for wear. So I got this nice long 2.4 meter long spirit level today, and I just checked it before the sun went down, and yeah, look, I can actually see where this deck is not level at all. So I know basically what I've got to do, and I might even start working on it this weekend actually. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain, ongoing story. All right, thanks, Steve. Robert, VK3GOD, VK3EKH.
Got to have a chat to you off there some stage about Discord. The radio astronomy section is going to investigate Discord, and I'm worried that we'll end up with multiple Discord servers for different ASV sections when it could all be incorporated on the one server. So maybe have a chat about that on private message on Discord at some stage. Other than that, the broadcast was received 5-9 very good signal, very low noise, pleasant. Anyway, I hope everyone has a good weekend ahead, and I'll be back next week. VK3EKH, VK3GOD.
Yeah, no worries, Robert. VK3GOD, VK3EKH. Yeah, look, I'm not involved with the setting up of the Discord system. Even the Discord channel that we use here was arranged by Robert, VK3 XRA, who was once involved with the ASV. And so I'm not terribly involved with the Discord arrangements, and certainly the one that's being set up for the radio astronomy section is being organised by Lee Green of the ASV. So as far as I know, it's I think this is the only Discord channel for the ASV. Whether they're using other Discord channels for other sections of the ASV, I don't know. I don't know whether it's how extensive it's going to get used, and but there's certainly some advantages of the Discord arrangement, and from what I can see here through this Friday night session, but I haven't explored the full functionality of Discord. But I know that the video, if you stream video through Discord, its time delay is a matter of less than a couple of seconds compared to YouTube. So that's probably one of the advantages of Discord, and it's perhaps something I should investigate. Actually, is to stream to Discord. Run a HD signal to via Discord might be of better benefit than YouTube. Anyway, we'll explore that a little later. No worries, Rob. Anyway, we'll keep tabs with the Discord, what's going on, and hopefully there won't be too many technical issues. But like I say, Lee Green is the fellow who's organised the Discord channel for the ASV's radio astronomy section. So, any questions certainly could be thrown at Lee to get response, or for that matter, actually, Phil, the section director. He's also set up the Discord channel, so Phil would be the next best person to ask questions about, I suppose. All right. Is there any other stations wishing to quickly check in? VK3 EKH listening. Okay, VK5 Kilo Tango and VK3ZT, not a problem. I heard VK5 Kilo Tango on, I think it was 160 the other day.